You are what you eat. Almost every day on the news, they talk about how fat Americans are. The percentages, the statistics, the charts, and the graphs. But what about all the victims in all of this? The children. Today, I'd like to talk to you about childhood obesity. First, I'll go over some statistics, then introduce you to a celebrity that's trying to change the waistline of America, and finally, explain how you can fight the fat at home. Imagine being yay high, carrying around about 20-pound backpack that you can't take off. That's what most American children deal with every day. Just think about what that would do to your heart, your lungs, and your bones. All of that weight constricting your blood flow and just your own breathing pattern. The CDC did a survey called the National Health Nutrition Examination Survey done in 2002-2007. It took a study of kids from the ages of 2 to 19, and it found out that 17% of those children are obese. Not heavy set, not, oh, they can lose a few pounds, but obese, like twice my size. So to break it down, 2 to 5-year-olds, which is the range my daughter is in, ranges went from 1980 to 2007 from 5% to 10.4%. That's almost double, or over double. From 6-year-olds to 11-year-olds, it went from 6.5 to 19.6. And from 12 to 19-year-olds, it went from 5% to 18.1. Again, this is all from 1980 to 2007. Obese children are at risk for cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes, which are all factors in heart attacks. And there have been reports of small children having heart attacks. According to the American Heart Association, they too did a study, again using the ages from 2 to 19. Their method was BMI, which is Body Mass Index, which is a way to measure your body mass versus your height and weight. They broke it down into ethnicity groups: non-Hispanic whites, non-Hispanic blacks, and Mexican Americans. For non-Hispanic whites, for males, it was 31.9%, and for females, 29.5%. For non-Hispanic blacks, 30.8% in males, and 39.2% in females. And for Mexican Americans, it was 40.8% and 35.5% in females. The statistics for children in obesity is saddening and frankly unacceptable. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. Celebrity chef Jamie Oliver, host of the show Naked Chef, which by the way, his show is not naked, it's a little disappointing. He reinvented the British school system and the cafeteria food. In Greenwich, which is a suburb of London, he basically revamped middle school specifically. He implemented a health school lunch program in 2004. According to the Royal Economic Society, excused absences dropped 15%. Scores on standardized testing increased, and participation with staff and parents increased also. But why should we care what Jamie did on the other side of the pond? Well, it's simple. The CDC named Huntington, West Virginia, the unhealthiest town in America. This past April, Jamie packed his bags, teamed up with ABC, and named their love child Jamie Oliver's Food Revolution. The show follows Jamie on his quest to change this town's eating habits. On jamieoliver.com, his food philosophy is everything in a balanced and sane way. That makes sense. He is one passionate man about this town and their health. He goes head-to-head with everyone, from the local school lunch lady clad in her hairnet to even the micromanaged USDA. Jamie Oliver's Food Revolution helps bring awareness to the important issue of school lunch and childhood obesity. I know what you're thinking, but what can I do? I'm one person, and I'm not a cute British man with a charming accent. Well, easy. KidsHealth.org has some simple tips that you can start at home with your own family. Number 1, family meals. Sit down together. Even if it's once a week, have a Sunday brunch. Getting together with your family helps you connect and stay healthy. Number 2, stock up on healthy foods. Fresh foods, vegetables, and whole grain. It's easy not to eat junk food if it's not in your house. Be a role model. Monkey see, monkey do. If you have small children, it's not fair to sit there and eat a Snickers bar and tell them you need to eat healthy. You all need to eat healthy together. And the last step, get kids involved. Have them help you at the grocery store. Have them pick out healthy foods. Make a game of it. And have them help you cook in the kitchen also. So you've heard me talk about results of government surveys, the outcome of what one man can do, and ideas for today. But let me leave you with one bit of advice. The statistics of childhood obesity can change, but our passion for a healthy America should never waver. Thank you.
Mike's not here, so I guess that means that we'll just dive into my comments. I like the opening quote and the reference about the news reports, the subjects identified, but your goal needs to be a little bit sharper. I don't know if your goal is to convince us to watch the TV show, to adopt him as our model that we should on how we should change our behavior. At the end, you've got more specific suggestions. I do think that you could develop them a little bit more, but I like the ideas that you have there. The layout of the secondary issues is pretty fine. You know, the structure is not hard to follow once you get started. For a large part of the speech, about halfway through, it just sounds like a promo for the TV show, and I think you need to explain a little bit more what happened at the school that he took over in England. How did it, was it the menu that he changed? Was it the way he required them to participate in planning? I have no idea, no context, and the notion that it's going to be able to effectively work in this town in West Virginia, I think, is an interesting one, but it also has to be generalizable to the broader population. I thought you did a good job talking about the basics on childhood obesity. You had some good statistical information. You cite the material pretty consistently. That's okay. The presentation, there's good variety in your voice, although sometimes the pacing is a little bit awkward. When you do look up, I think you do pretty well, but you are more script dependent than you want to be at this particular point. You're a little bit limited with your gestures because notes are in your hands the whole time. And like I said, with the solutions that you had toward the end, it seemed like you're outlining these ideas without necessarily showing how impactful they could be on the problem, and I think that that would make it a stronger argument. All right, thank you.